Comrade Mike, thank you very much for this bold and courageous statement where you make them. Thank you very much for being the non-partisan and impartial, at least referencing to your statements. And thank you very much for adding up something into this little piece. There's one thing we don't talk about, it be very important. Good. You see, Yerima as a person, I know him personally, is a gentleman, he's a wonderful guy, great guy, and actually he get wonderful qualities, but you rightly pinpoint him out. Maybe if he be a good leader, but he's not going to be a good leader in a turbulent sea. When the sea is turbulent, when the waves are too rough, you need a different type of surfer. You see what I'm saying? And that is what I'm talking about, the revolution. Again, Ayaba is actually the person where they try for push that fire. But the problem with the fire of Ayaba, it's actually contaminated by that domineering attitude. We believe, say, if you always do them all alone, and we will know very well, say, this revolution, so long as we not get a third party backing, it's all on our shoulders. So the strategy for get us going, for get fuel in the lamp, is to be able to link up with people, make them understand, say this, so it's our thing, and we have to actually quantify and qualify our ways of supporting the struggle itself. In the past, the issue of money was actually the source of problems, because people don't know, so when you get the cash, you will get the control. So even when self-defense came in, people joined it not because they wanted to defend, but just because they saw that they could get money through it. That's why you see, I say every Tom, Dick, and Harry is talking about self-defense without knowing nothing. And that's where the biggest risk of the revolution is inside self-defense, because of the way people die. You see, so let me go back to that point that you said Sisiku trying to roll from prison. Well, I don't really get those details. I don't even I'm meeting them for understand the tone. But categorically, as a patriot, I wouldn't have accepted that Sisiku run anything from jail. One, for security reasons. Two, it will make them actually the revolution will be dependent on somebody who actually either in the confines of the enemy and keeping security away, it will actually be the best thing. So it's like we outside are not qualified to do the job. We get to be able to prepare for the future without you, me, Sisiku, or whoever. You see what I mean? So for that one, I'll be very d'accord with you. Not be any problem. Okay. Now again, the Sisiku factor as at the column. The Sisiku factor as at the column. It was actually a pioneer spirit which made ambassadors to actually hail Sisiku Ayuktabe, irrespective of either we understand ideology or not. But we deal now with the masses, and that is what is the power of revolution, is a mass. So that's why I use the word hope. Hope might be the fuel of a revolution when the people actually are hoping, because that hope that makes us go to the streets and put on barricades and fight the enemy. You see what I mean? If our people were quite normal people, they could have still stayed outside, advised Sisiku for that issue, and then still run the show out there with all the considerations. Say, we need those people out of those dungeons and the thousands upon thousands of them who are also locked up there, and would have had enough fuel to fight La Republic. The moment Sisiku got into conflict with the Sako people, when are opportunists, Chris and opportunists, we're not going to just look at like saying that Sisiku makes an error. They themselves are opportunists. You see what I mean? Who actually they've failed so many times over, but they never be able to say, okay, good, I will step down because I haven't done rightly. What they try to do is instead twist the constitution more and more to their favor, or they make a split or splinter groups. You see, so these are the criminals. The criminals are not the ones who try to use the reason that Sisiku wanted to roll from prison. Instead, now they want them with they deform the rules out here. You see, so my beef is more with those outside, not those inside. You see what I mean? So if we want to really do something for this revolution, the first thing we got to do now for handle this people outside, I believe that Sisiku don't understand to an extent where I sure say He don't let things to the hands of the IGK under Yerima. But now, coming back to the Yerima issue again, as you say, people them don't backstep because of Yerima association to Ayaba, which I don't sound like a bad thing. I don't see Yerima approaching Ayaba as a bad thing. I see him as an asset. But the problem is, you got to understand, first of all, say this, so it's difficult to associate with Ayaba because Ayaba get a fixation. Ayaba is nobody who believes in collaboration. Ayaba doesn't believe in collaboration. He don't make that one very clear. Ayaba believes in backdoor dealings. Okay, good, this and that. I'm going to step up to this direction. And then when he believes he did with a vantage point, he not going to respect the rules. Ayaba has made it clear. In last audio, talk about him. I'll brand that audio so people don't forget him. Ayaba has made it clear. Collaboration doesn't come from a mass. It comes from a few. And that few, them get to be like the one they way either they see with you or they get to toe the line and align behind you. And that's Ayaba's mentality. Toe the line, align behind me, let's collaborate. Okay? That's it. But then Yerima approaching Ayaba is actually from a point of weakness, because after Ayaba don't step on the 1, 2, 3 times, if you get to don't draw your own line and then work now for Billy own capacity, so that Ayaba will realize actually he need them just as much as they needy. You see what I mean? So that is the ratio. The ratio is Ayaba has bullied people with the so-called defense forces, pioneer spirit, do everything here for sure, say they don't come forward, even if they do anything or not. But and then the Yerima, they stay behind and nobody can give an account. Nobody can give account. They come with big projects, Bank of Amazonia, big rubber gun, even take money, give them for people the way, for example, where they did against them. All those things are hypocrisy because they want to show, say, the IG a big brother. There's no big brother about it here. Here is a revolution. People have to bring results so that the population, you hope, figures get amplified. Thank you very much.
Fellow Southern Cameroonians, fellow Ambazonians. Now me, the fearless Don Pacho, who I call myself the eye of the liberation struggle. Many of you don't call me for find out if I approve the Belgian conference. Yes, I make this video for approve the Belgian conference. For tell when I say me, Don Pacho, I go day for Belgium. We, the activists, all of us, all activists, we go there for Belgium because we want make this liberation struggle make it stand fine. We want make the liberation struggle stand. Activists then play a vital role for this liberation struggle. And now the time for we all for stop politics and focus on the liberation. If you're there for Germany, you're there for Italy, you're there for Spain, you're there for Belgium, make we meet on the 28th and the 29th of this month of April for say make we talk about Ambazonia. It is not about groups, it's not about anything, it's about Ambazonia. So we welcome everybody for join we for Belgium. All the activists them. Father of all activists, Mark Barata, he go there for the Tapang Ivor, he go there for the Sikot Judson, he go there for the Eric Akaba, he go there for the Prince J.K., he go there for the, just to name a few, so that we will know say this conference now for we all Ambazonians them. We beg make una come out in una numbers. Make we make this all activist conference a reality. Una stay blessed and make we meet for Belgium on the 28th and 29th. Don Pacho, I will be there.